What's your favorite place in the world?
I can already hear my wife. I can already hear her. Had this to travel to, or is this a trick question, like I'm supposed to say home or something?
Oh, I mean, you could say that, but I'll be disappointed. Today on the Green Velvet Couch, we're going to be speaking with Unique Events founder, Travis Newell. Travis, come on in.
Oh,
Thanks for making the trip to the Green Couch.
this is all very exciting.
It is.
First time.
Yeah.
Look at us, a little
So-
recording setup.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about how Unique Events became the company that it is today?
Well, it started off as a DJ company, and after after about 8 years or so of just having DJs, we finally started expanding into other things. So, we've got, we started adding lighting and photo booths and getting into furniture and chairs, and then we ended up purchasing a floral and design company. So then we added all of the things that are involved in that. So now we've got everything from just DJs and people that come in that just want photo booths to people that need all of it. And so it's definitely been a slow progression over the course of time from the late 90s to today, but here we are with all of the offerings now, which is really fun. So,
well, and I think we're really one of the only companies that can say that. At least in the area.
I think so too. I know in the area. I'm not positive if another company like ours exists where you can get all of those things in one place.
One vendor.
If it does exist, I would love to talk to the to the people that are holding that together.
Yeah.
It's a rare thing to have so many professionals to be able to offer so many services really well within one company where you're not having to wrangle all those things from outside sources. So
yeah. Nice. Well, so our Green Velvet Couch Talks are kind of an effort to let everyone get to know all of us a little bit better. So let's get to the really hard questions.
And I don't know what these questions are, so
No, he doesn't.
I think that we're going to try this and we're going to see what happens. So you're going to be learning along with me what Glenn came up with for questions today.
How would you describe this job to a child?
Well, it's funny because back in the day, when my daughter would get asked, I'd always say, what do you tell somebody when they ask what your dad does? And she'd always say, he's a DJ. And I think I've always battled this, the DJs sometimes have this negative connotation of, they're kind of corny, whatever, and people's instinct is, what's your real, no, but what else do you do? And it's like, well, this is it. Yeah. But we don't DJ anymore, but how would I explain my job to a child?
Mm-hmm.
I own a company that offers fun, professional services to people that are trying to have fun events. People can come to us and have a good time, maybe. It's tough.
I feel like I, as a 5-year-old, totally understand what you're saying.
Hope somebody does.
Kind of along the same lines. What do you want to do when you grow up?
I always joke that at some point in my life, I would love to just drive like a snowplow as my job, or like a bulldozer where you just literally sit in the cab of a vehicle by yourself and like run big heavy equipment and like turn a pile of dirt into like something. I don't know, there's just some sort of like satisfaction in those types of things that I get. So maybe if I ever grow up, I will have a chance to do that someday as a job.
I can see that for you.
Yeah.
Describe your life using film titles.
Oh my gosh, I should.
Also, this question is impossible for me.
Can I use true crime documentaries? Or,
I think that's fair.
This is really going to highlight my lack of film knowledge.
We can expand it to TV or.
I mean, is My So-Called Life, was that a TV show?
Yes.
I mean, I think
But I like it.
My So-Called Life, or or it's in some animal-based show maybe. At the moment, my life kind of revolves around animals and work.
You're like, what is that one? Pitbull Rescuer, or whatever it is,
Yes.
except not pit bulls.
The Louisiana pit bulls and parolees.
Yeah. We're careful with
Wow.
the parolees.
Can't speak to the parolee part of it, but we did have a couple pit bull mixes that we saved over the cold spell. They were pit bulls. So maybe a little bit, I guess, pit bulls.
I like that. Okay. I think
parolees.
it's fitting. And the funny thing is, that actually really segued into this next question, not even on purpose. If you could be any animal in the world, what animal would you be and why?
I mean, I have a probably closest connection to dogs and cats, and I feel like, as wild and free as it sounds to like soar with the birds and wildlife like that, that there's a certain amount of like fighting for your life involved in those same animals that I would just as soon, if I had the choice, maybe not be dealing with. But I would choose to maybe be a dog or cat in an environment that is in a good home. Like, I would aspire to one day be a spoiled dog or
Like
cat.
a lap dog.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to be shipwrecked on a deserted island, but all of your human needs were taken care of, so food, water, all that good stuff, what 2 items would you have to make sure you had? So
All
like
your
basically not
food
something
and
just
basic,
survive.
some like luxury little, it'd be nice to have.
Or I guess
my
what
basic
item
survival.
would you want to have?
So my basic survival items
Or
are
you're
handled.
good, you're set.
I would like to have. I think instinct to some degree is cell phone, because I battle sometimes whether I like having my cell phone or I just think like I'm just gonna get off social media and.
Just go rogue.
So, but I think when you're stuck on an island, that's your connect. That would be.
Your connection.
Is there Wi-Fi here?
I mean, I'm pretty sure nowadays that is a basic human survival requirement. So
I'm gonna say
I'll
there's
say
Wi-Fi.
yes.
I think I would like to have it as an option.
Well, maybe is your data plan good? So maybe you wouldn't even need.
It's Sprint. I barely get a signal in the metro, let alone on a deserted island. But
Well, a competitor came in the office the other day.
That's true. That's true. I would say, I think at the moment I would default to my crutch of a cell phone, and then maybe like a solar charger to charge it.
To be environmentally
That would seem like an
friendly.
oversight. That would seem like an oversight if we got to the
That
point
is-
of only having one battery's charge worth of cell phone, and that was my one luxury item. So I'll go with those.
Okay. This is a good one. Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
One. I feel like I'd have much
Inquiring minds
much
wanna
more
know.
meaningful responses had I known these questions. But let's see. 1 horse-sized duck or 100
Duck-sized
duck-sized horses.
And you have to fight.
Fight it. I would have a hard time beating up 100 small
It's cute.
horses.
They're
There's a
cute.
cuteness factor to
Yeah.
that, but there's almost like a mutant factor to a duck,
Well, and it's probably going to
horse-sized duck. I feel like I would be more legitimate to be. There's a reason I would be fighting a horse-sized duck, and if I'm beating up a bunch of duck-sized horses, that doesn't feel right. Horse-sized duck.
I think, yeah.
I think
So
every decent
that's
human
your
being is going to
rescuing
have that response. I think.
Coming out there. What's your favorite place in the world?
I can already hear my wife. I can already hear her. Had this to travel to, or is this a trick question? Like I'm supposed to say home or something?
Oh, I mean, you could say that, but I'll be disappointed.
Okay. Well, let's pretend home's not an option.
So
Favorite
just,
place
yeah,
I
anywhere.
historically, my favorite place to go is Las Vegas, which my wife hates that I'm not as well traveled as she would like me to be, or I don't enjoy the beach as much as she does. But I think there's so much to do and so much entertainment per square block in that place that there's so many different places to eat, so many different shows and bars and drinks, and I don't even really gamble, but it's just an interesting, fun place where you don't have to go far, and there's all the things you could ever imagine to do. So at this point, Las Vegas.
Fair. All right. This could be a good one. What celebrity would you rate as a perfect 10?
Perfect 10. Oh, I mean, not everybody's perfect.
This is true.
I mean, are we perfect 10?
And it's your version of what a perfect 10
like
is. Mine is
celebrity
probably
crush.
Mine might be different.
I would imagine. Perfect 10. I mean, my instinct goes to like celebrity crush, kind of.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've had a long time celebrity crush on like Demi Lovato, who is not perfect, as nobody is, but I've just had a little celebrity crush on Demi Lovato for quite a while. I'll just say that she maybe is my celebrity perfect 10.
Okay. All right.
Based on what I know.
Ooh. What is the dumbest way you have been injured?
Oh.
I personally have way too many examples.
Yes, I've been born witness to
A few.
the fallout of a lot of your stupid injuries. Dumbest way I've been injured. I've never broken a bone, or let me say this. Lifting something like an idiot was probably, when you look back at it, thinking, why on earth did I just do that way, or why didn't I get help with this? I hurt my back lifting a desk one time, and as soon as it happened, you thought, what are you doing? Like, that was obviously not the right way to lift that, and you should have had somebody help. I got my stitches like working on a car. The wrench just slipped, so it wasn't like a stupid way. But I would say lifting something like an idiot would be my dumbest injury.
Since Unique Events is in the city sometimes affectionately known as the City of Five Smells.
Mm-hmm.
What is the worst smelling place you've ever been?
Worst smelling place. I mean, a common answer would be the dump. I mean, you get some interesting, like, strong
That's a
smells
whole
at the dump. I would say another one, though, is when I worked in a former life, I was a mechanic at a repair shop, and they clean out, there's a pit that everything drains to, that's like an oil separator pit, and every once in a while they have to come suck all that stuff out of there, and what is left on the walls of that pit and everything smells terrible. Yes. I mean, there's been porta potties and things like that as well, but there's a very distinct, I mean, everybody's been in a porta potty, so I think they get that. But it's like the pit at the auto shop, the day or two after, for the day it got cleaned, especially when it's empty, it smelled terrible.
Okay. This is another would you rather. Would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
I mean, can you say invisible without seeming a little skeevy? Or is that possible?
Yeah.
I think it'd be great to fly, though. I mean, I think you would want them for very different reasons, but I think at this moment I'm going to say I would rather be able to fly for a day.
I like that. All right.
I think I've had dreams about that. That you could probably analyze. There's an analyzation for that. You can leave it in the comments, as they say. Leave it in the comments.
This one, I kind of like now that I've read it, and because I didn't realize what shirt you were wearing. Would you rather be compelled to high five everyone you meet, or be compelled to give wedgies to anyone in a green shirt? These are very important questions.
I'm not the most confrontational person. I think I would probably err on the side of the high fives. There's a little more feel-goodness and less awkwardness with that than the wedgie part. So I'm probably going to go with the green shirt. High
I
five.
think a lot of people will appreciate that.
Felt good, see? Feels real good.
Would you rather be lost in the bad part of town or in a forest? You're just lost.
Probably the forest. I mean,
Someone will eventually find you.
I'm interested to know who the person is who's picking bad part of town. Although I'm interested to explore places either way.
Agreed. Yeah.
I mean, who's picking bad part of town?
I feel like this is a really good one to wrap things up on.
Okay.
Would you rather have everything in your house perfectly organized by a professional, thank it, send it on its way,
Bring it joy.
or have a professional event company throw the best party you have ever had in your honor?
Well, so either have my home organized or have a party thrown for me by a company like mine or mine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Obviously. I mean, I'm so one for self-promotion and gratification. I must have a party in my honor. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have, I'm a little bit of a minimalist to a degree at home.
Yeah.
So I don't have a huge problem with clutter and organization. So, and who doesn't love a great party?
Who doesn't love
When
a great
it's done
party?
right with all the right vendors and product.
Mhm.
Yes, I would hire a company like ours to throw your party.
Perfect. Yeah, so, there you have Travis, thank you so much for coming on to the Velvet Green Couch.
Really, it was my honor to be the first one.